Now, welcome along here. We've got our match underway. And first rally, Makareta Radamakers gets thrown back, trying to set the ball over on 2. And I believe it's Talia Davies there with the block. And a passing error from the Harbour girls gives the second point to Waikato. Waikato, we've got Kayla Polly back to serve, and this time that serve goes long. So first point on the board to Harbour. So this is the senior women's grade of the New Zealand Provincial Volleyball Champs. This is our second feature match of the night on the Futurewood live stream. Shauna Polly with a nice pass. Analise Fitzi with a great swing and out off the block. So getting a run through of the teams out here. We've got Renee Ursum in the middle there attacking for Manawatu. And that hit from Analise Fitzi going just wide there, so Tamara Otini will go back to serve for Harbour. And they are trailing 2-3. Nice swing there by Tamara Himara. Picking up the point. And screwing the match up at 3-all. Tyler Hearn with a nice pass. And Analise Fitzi tips the ball. It looked like it was going to be well covered there by the libero, Tony Harrison, but the ball rolled off net tape and threw off Tony's timing. Analise Fitzi back to serve. And it's an overpass and an absolute hammer there from Shauna Polly. Here we see the replay here. Boom. And Shauna Polly back from beach volleyball in Asia. She's been competing over there with Julia Tilley. As we see that free ball almost get a kill. Analise Fitzi managed to tidy up that second ball there, and a set to Tamara, and she crushes that one for the point. Renee Ursum back to serve, and Katie Adamson on to the front court. Shauna Polly hitting there. I don't know whether the ball touched the block. Yes, it did come off the block there, so point for Harbour, a point for Waikato. 6-4 they lead this game to decide who is going to go through to the semi-finals as the number 1 seed, or the number 1 seed from their pool, and who will go through as number 2. So both these teams, I believe, are guaranteed a spot in the semi-finals, so they're just trying to figure out who's going through top. So if you just joined us, we've just seen Canterbury make their way through into the semi-final from the other pool. They'll go through second. And Otago, who picked up 2 wins in their pool, will go through as top qualifier. So the winner of this game will take on Canterbury. The loser will take on Otago. And Kayla Polly there on the left hand, hits that ball wide, just got a wide set from Brianna Booth, setter from Waikato. And Tamara Himara back to serve. Nice dig from Tamara, and Danny Quigley unable to put the ball away, and miscommunication from the Waikato. Tyler Hearn scrambling to get that one over, unable to get it back over the net, so point to Harbour, and they now have a 2-point lead. Nice serve, putting pressure there. Good dig by Tyler. And point to the Waikato for an illegal attack there. The backcourt spiker from Harbour stepping on the line when she was on the 3 metre line when she was attacking there. So that's a fault. Nice dig by Shauna Polly, but a net touch there. Whether it was on Danny or Katie there, both thought that they could get a piece of that second ball and made the net violation. This time Marxie's set's a bit tight for Danny. And Katie Adamson gets the kill. As we see here on the replay, the blocker there for Waikato just not getting the penetration over the net.
Could you go take a photo of the score sheet so I can see the player numbers for this game?
Oh, lovely little trick play by Marxie, but the ball goes just out on that one. Let's see if we get to see a replay of that really nice hand position she uses to flick that one over the net. Nice swing there by Tamara Otini. So there's 2 Tamaras in this Harbour senior women's team, so might get a bit confusing, but Tamara Otini, does that look like number 11 on her back? Tamara Hemara, number 16. And Tamara Otini, one of our young up-and-coming players. She's been included in the New Zealand under-23 and New Zealand senior women's squad. Great dig by, and the Fitzi can't handle that set. So Tyler Hearn also in the under-23 squad, the libero for Waikato, along with Analise Fitzi, I believe, still in the under-23s, and Analise Fitzi also in the senior women. So these women are going to have a busy year after this tournament, straight more into some more international volleyball. A big swing by Tamara Otini there.
Were you trying to do the ear drop last night?
Point there to Harbour. Nice long rally. We saw Analise Fitzi running a couple of behind the set of plays, sliding out to the D side. You'll see that a lot from her. Probably also a lot from Katie Adamson, the Harbour middle. So this first set nice and tight. 12-13. Waikato just trailing by 1. Big swing there from Tamara. That one goes long from Tamara Otini. And back to serve for the Waikato will be Analise Fitzi. And Danny Quigley with a nice swing on the outside. bisecting those two blockers beautifully. Danny Quigley just arrived at the tournament today. She was due to fly down from Auckland yesterday morning, but a few flights from Auckland to Wellington were cancelled yesterday, so she spent I think she actually flew to Wellington, circled the airport 2 or 3 times, tried to land, got turned around and flown back to Auckland, and then later in the day did the same thing. So this is her 3rd trip to Wellington this weekend for this tournament. Ended up successfully landing this morning and straight into the action this afternoon. Danny Quigley was part of the New Zealand senior women's when they took part of that team when they took on the Centre of Excellence, Australian Centre of Excellence last year in the Wellington Test Series. She was named in the squad this year, but I think she is unavailable now. As you see, a great swing there by Shauna Polly. And so that'll be number 21. No, I lie. It'll be number 22, Brianna Booth, back to serve. She takes the first ball there, and Talia Davies takes the second. And Shauna Polly going for an off-speed shot, but it's not out of the reach of Katie Adamson, who throws it back. Nice block by Katie. And Tamara Hemata serving. Shauna Polly with a nice spike, but well controlled. The rally continues. Oh, and Danny gets the job done the second time round, or third time round even, hitting at Tyler Hearn, and Tyler just unable to handle the heat. Tamara Hemata tags that baseline with a great serve, so they've extended that lead now to 4 points, 18-14. And this time his serve drops into the net. So I just got a few results through here. The second men's quarter-final. Wellington have defeated Waikato 3-0. So Wellington are through to semi-finals. As we see an ace from Shauna Polly. And Shauna back to serve again. This time it's a bit of a rough pass from Tamara, but well saved by Marksy Rademakers. And there goes Katie on the slide, but well picked up by Shauna Polly. And she's just hit long there. She was given a... Oh no, there was a touch. It's been called a touch, which seems to confuse the Harbour players, but that's all good. Must have seen one there, so continues Shauna's serving, 17-18. And an ace. And so that brings the Vuquettes to call a timeout. The coaching combo of Dave and Lucille Vuquette. I'm looking at my stat sheet here. Lucille is the head coach for this team. Dave Vuquette, her husband, the assistant coach. And they're a husband and wife combo with no family members in the team this year. But on the other side of the net, we've got head coach Mike Polly, assistant coach Robin Polly, with two of their daughters in the team, being Shauna, who's serving at the moment, and Kayla, who's number 4 in the front court for them at the moment. So quite a family affair with the Waikato team. Their son Sam, no, what's his name? well, their son is also competing for their Waikato men's team, and the Vukettes have at least 2 kids playing somewhere in this tournament. I think Greg Vukettes is in the senior men's, and their youngest daughter is in maybe the under 19s. And Harbour here getting a bit of their own back through the serve of Danielle Quigley. Really powerful server. Certainly one of the best in the country, both indoor and on the beach, and that's another ace, splitting it between the 2 passes. And Mike Polly calls a timeout. And now that my brain has started working again, I've just clarified in my memory that, of course, Matthew Polly is the son of Robin and Mike, who's playing in the senior men's for Waikato. As we see Danny Quigley going back and ripping another jump serve. And I think that's tagged the line, so great scramble play there by the setter Brianna Booth to keep that ball alive, and then I think it was Talia to put the ball over onto the baseline. And the service pressure again gets the better, so we're seeing a lot of aces here, and passes are getting shanked out the back. The server here is Hannah Stockley. Oh no, it's not, it's Victoria Hooper. And, oh, nice swing by Analise Fitzi. Tamara Otini there had a lot of space to hit down the line there, but didn't quite have the height on the set. And Analise took her first opportunity, so great battle out here. Just 1 point in it now. Nice dig there in the cover. But Shauna Polly puts that second ball too tight on the net and unable to control it. So just going through a couple more results here. I think this might be, let me just check. Might be our first semi-final result come through here in the under-17 women's. As we see Harbour pick up another point. And the under-17 girls, Wellington have snuck through with a tight 4-set victory over Taranaki. So that'll be Wellington into the final, Taranaki into the 3rd and 4th playoff, as we see an ace serve from Katie Adamson to finish the first set here on the feature match on the Future Woods live stream here at the New Zealand Provincial Volleyball Championships. So Harbour, the second seed, defending silver medalists from last year, taking the first set over last year's bronze medalists, Waikato. Really tightly fought matches between these teams last year, I remember. So yeah, just while we have the between matches, we'll go into ads. So we'll be back after that in a few minutes. Just about ready to get back underway here on the Future Woods feature match for Day 2 of the New Zealand Provincial Volleyball Championships. We've got the Harbour Women's taking on the Waikato Women's in a match which is going to figure out who goes through as the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed from their pool into the semi-finals. So while I'm sure both teams looking to play their best volleyball, they know that they are safely through to the semi-finals. Just have a chance to try a few things potentially. And second point for Waikato. A nice start to this match. Nice serve by Talia. And perfectly placed tip there from Tamara Oteni. The game of volleyball is not all about the power. If you can find that space on the court where that throws doubt into the opposition's mind about who's going to take that ball. As Maxi Rademacher serves the ball long. And it is 3-1 to Waikato. Analise Fitzi back to serve. And a good dig there. Oh no, it's been called a double contact or a catch from the referee on Annalise's dig there. Nice pass by Talia, set to the middle where it was blocked there. Victoria Hooper's attack blocked back by the blockers of the Harbour team. And Tamara Oteni back with her serve after a really powerful sort of hybrid jump float. Not really concentrating on the float part of it, just concentrating on the power part. And there, Tamara Himada squeezing that ball past the block. Here we see a replay. She had no idea where it went, clearly, based on that replay, but got the point. Tyler Hearn, great pass. Beautiful set out to Shauna, but just misses the spike. It's pretty close. See what Tamara goes for here. Really heating up those last couple of serves. Well passed again by Tyler. Oh, that's a great dig by Tamara, showing off her whole range of skills, and a great dig by Kayla, taking the ball on 2 with Shauna. Brianna, the setter, takes that second, and another great dig. What a rally going on here. Goes to 3D, and Kayla is unable to convert. Looked like she was just a little bit tight, so fantastic digs on both sides of the court there, especially that first one by Tamara Oteni. Looked for all money like that was going to be a kill, and she sprawled out forward and made a great dig. Nice, and that time Shauna's gone, well, if you're going to dig me, I'm going to go even steeper, and smash that one down between the blockers. There we go, let's see. Looked like, well, yeah, Renee Ursum did a pretty good job, but she was just a little bit late closing that gap due to the quality of the set as well. And that one's missed from Renee, just drifted wide, so another point to the Waikato. Back to just 1 point in it, 5-6, with Brianna Booth back to serve. It's a peculiar looking attack again by Renee Ursum, but good for the point. Shauna setting up her sister Kayla there, but able to be dug, and the ball set to Katie Adamson for the kill. And Harbour now lead 8-5 here in the second set with a 1-0 lead. And they're not quite sure. No, Danny's going to go up in the front court. Thought they were going to have 4 backcourt players for a second there. Tamara Himara gets the block on Kayla Polly there. Well, probably a little bit too predictable there. The Harbour block is able to get really well set. Put up a nice strong block. Let's see what, another nice pass from Tyler. Goes to her older sister, Shauna Polly this time, and Shauna gets the job done. So Shauna has been over competing on the Asian Beach Volleyball Tour with Julia Tilley. I noticed one of their standout results from this last trip was they actually beat the China number 2 team, who features an Olympic silver medalist, maybe an Olympic bronze medalist. A whole lot of crashing into each other going on the Waikato team, but they get the point done. Danny Quigley with a nice swing there. Victoria Hooper unable to keep it alive despite the sprawling dive. And Danny Quigley will go back to serve now. Her jump serve was probably the difference in that first set. This time, no problem handling that, but great dig by Antonio Harrison. And Macarena Makers dishes up a perfect set to Katie Adamson there, and she's managed to split that ball. We see the replay, nice cover, and then boom between the blockers. Really nice defense and cover from Harbour there, and gives Danielle Quigley another chance to serve. Very nice swing by Analise Fitzi through the middle. Kayla Polly serves just long this time. Well judged and well left by the Harbour team. Another point to Harbour. And Waikato will call a timeout as they now trail by 5 points. Got another few results coming through here with what looks like the last pool match from the under-17 boys B, so we'll just get that one into the system and then we'll be able to tell you how that under-17 boys B has ended up. So the B pool and the under-17 boys has ended up with Harbour going through number 1, Bay of Plenty A going through number 2, to the semi-finals. Canterbury a third, Wellington be a fourth, and Otago a fifth, playing off for the minor places. As we see another great sliding attack from Analise Fitzi out of that timeout to go to 10-14. They trail as we see that replay of that swing. And Talia Davies to serve, and she's just missed her serve, so Waikato aren't helping themselves now with a few service errors. Not going for the biggest power. We've seen Kayla and Talia both just sort of going for more accuracy serving and missing, which won't be too happy with. And great dig this time by Tyler off Renee's spike, and an off-speed shot by Shauna, and a hybrid off-speed shot there. Tamara smashing that ball into the net tape and taking all the power off it there, and it dropping in front of the defenders. So 16-10, Harbour establishing quite a comfortable lead here. Maxi Rademaker's serve, very nice, but well controlled, and once again Fitzi sliding to the D, able to put that ball away. And Analise Fitzi goes into backcourt now to serve. Victoria Hooper into front court to block in the middle. And a free ball. And a great wide set. So what I'm seeing in this game, Renee Urson just not quite fast enough to get out to those wide sets. So whether it be Analise Fitzi sliding to the D or a nice wide set to Shauna on the outside, that seems to be creating the points. And there we see a higher bump set to Shauna, two well set blocks, and they shut her down. As we see the replay, when the blockers are able to get there, creates a much more difficult task for Shauna or any of the other hitters. So what can they do here? It's another out-of-system play. Victoria is unable to get that ball over the net, trying to back up and hit. Very difficult task to do. We've also had another an under 21 women's result come in, and Manawatu have picked up a victory over Canterbury. So great to see Manawatu. We had one of their players in from the senior women's team doing some guest commentary in that last one. And I think the senior teams have been struggling, but good to see the Manawatu under 21s pick up a win over Canterbury. As we see a change getting made, and this is Hannah Stockley coming onto court for Talia Davies. Hannah just maybe struggling a little bit on the pass there, so we're going to see if Hannah can do any better. Gets a flat pass in, and has that ball been touched? Yes, it has. So Hannah's impact straight away. Manages to get the point. So nice bump set there as you see in the replay, and powerful spike by Shauna. And Shauna puts that one on the baseline, so they bring back another point, 14-19. So this is a match here that will determine who goes through first to play Otago in the semi-final, and who goes through second to play Canterbury in the other semi-final. And what I'm seeing here, I think these two teams have a little bit more offensive power than those other two teams I've just mentioned. I don't know whether that's going to be the deciding factor when they go head to head, but I do think Shauna and Fitzi for Waikato, and especially Danny and Tamara Otini for Harbour, are hitting that ball a little bit harder than those other two teams. As we see a net touch there from Harbour to give Waikato yet another point. So both of these teams may have seen those other teams play and maybe going through and just thinking we don't really mind which team we go through against. At the same time, they know that Canterbury is the defending champion and got a lot of experienced New Zealand players in that team, so they won't be taking anything for granted. Also, the Otago team, sprinkling of New Zealand senior and under 23 players, so they seem to be the clear four that are stronger than everyone else in this competition. As we see Kayla getting that one through the block to bring it back to just 3 points here, 17-20. And Tamara Himara missing on that right side hit. Maybe the strength that Canterbury will bring to the game, maybe their passing was a little bit tighter, a little bit more consistent in their matches, so even though they might not quite have the power game, they've got their accuracy on their pass. Makes a lot of difference in the game of volleyball. As we see Abby Greenwood, the veteran, the exemption player for the Harbour team, coming from a different region, coming from the Tasman region, coming on to serve. And Shauna hitting that ball into the net, so another point for Harbour, 22-18 now. Taking a commanding lead again here in the second set. There's Abby Greenwood out of Marlborough Girls College. I'm going to take a stab and say that her senior year at high school was early 2000s. That gives you an indication of her experience. And we've got a timeout here while Waikato try to figure out what they're going to do differently here. Get back into this match. And this is the Court 1 feature stream. There are matches going on all the other courts, and a few of the courts are behind, so this will be the last match on this court, but you do want to keep watching some quality volleyball in the other age groups. After this match, there is going to be still volleyball going on streams 2, 3 and 4. As we see that timeout payoff for the Waikato team. They pick up the point, bring it back to 19-23, and it looks like Victoria Hooper back to serve. Puts a nice deep serve on Danny Quigley. And Tamara Otani is forced to roll that one. Abby Greenwood makes the dig. Shauna Polly makes the dig. Her sister goes up and puts that second ball over on 2. And again, this time it's Noah's ball on court, which will stop that rally. But good digs all around there, and not quite the digs were good digs, but not quite the accuracy often to get the setter to set up an attack. But still some good scrambling volleyball as we see. A better set this time, and Danny Quigley tries to turn the ball down the line and misses wide, so Waikato reach 20 now, 20-23. You see the replay, nice set by Marksy, and Danny just overcooks it and realises straight away. Nice serve by Victoria. Katie slides to the D and beats the block of Hannah Stockley. As we see this replay here, these two, Macarena Radamakers and Katie Adamson have got a lot of continuity from playing together for the last couple of years, both in the Harbour IPC team and the Shirley Volleyball Club. Great play by Radamakers there. And that's the end of the set. So 2-0 now to the Harbour team. And they switch ends. Looking like they'll continue their unbeaten run here. Back underway here on court number 1 with the senior women's grade. Harbour starting out as they finish that last set with a point. Talia Davies there getting dug by Tony Harrison. And Shauna playing the off speed and getting dug by a very good dig by Danny Quigley. The rally continues, another great rally. Marksy takes the first ball. The setter is the libero. Great chase. The rally continues. And there, 4 hits. What a rally. Harbour coming out on top there. A very tight rally. So they take the lead 2-0 as we see that blocking action by Tamara Hemara that finishes the rally. Great pass there. Fitzi's slide attack, not quite as effective. She couldn't get as wide there. And that one's gone wide. So point to Waikato. So yeah, Talia's pass though, fairly nice and easy for Bree to get to. It just forced Bree over to the left-hand side of the court, which made that slide attack less effective. And a touch off. Bree's block there for the point to Harbour. There's more tough serving from the Harbour team there. Getting the point. Nice dig there by both Tyler and then Brianna. The jump set by Jenny Quigley doesn't quite get out to Tamara, and she hits that into the net. Nice disguise on that play by Jenny Quigley, going up aggressively, and at the last second just dropping that one over the block with a nice dink. Call of a net touch here on the Harbour team, so point to Waikato. They go to 3-6 behind. Brianna Booth serves it up. Danny Quigley does a good job of attacking it, but gets dug, but the attack back from Kayla doesn't make it over net. And Katie Adamson with a beautiful swing through the middle there. Really finding her rhythm with the setter, Marksy. Here we see it again. This time in front of the setter. And Tamara Himara misses that serve and gives it the double teapot. Shauna's serve is well controlled. She makes a nice dig off the attack by Tamara Otini, and Kayla just not getting the sets that she really wants there. She's made 2 or 3 errors just recently because she's been backtracking or moving laterally rather than coming forward and being able to attack it with any power. As Danny puts a nice serve in. Shauna goes off speed and gets dug, and reverse set to Katie gets dug. Another nice dig by Tony Harrison. Some great defense here. Is that ball too tight and off the Waikato player into the aerial, or off the blocker into the aerial? So referee, here we can see the replay. What have we got here? I would say that is the ball off Waikato straight into the aerial. Brianna Booth doing her best to argue that it touched the blocker before it touched the aerial. Can we get another replay on that one, Gareth? Just a different camera angle. No, it was. Oh, here we go. We are going to get another We're going to get another look at this. Feel free to comment. What do you think? That must come straight off the attacker, isn't it? So, yep, the point has gone the way of Harbour. No challenge system being employed here at the New Zealand Provincial Volleyball Champs. If you've got any major sponsors who want to come on board and pay you the, I think I've heard it's about $30,000 worth of camera equipment to get the high-speed cameras to do the FIVB challenge system. Not currently in our budget. So what tomorrow's draw is going to look like for the senior women's. We're going to have Taranaki and Manawatu playing off in the morning to have a shot at getting 5th place. And these two teams are going to be in the semi-finals, regardless of the result from this game. It's just a matter of who they play. As we see Harbour come out of that timeout with another point. Danny Quigley back to the baseline to serve. Very good jump serving technique here. And that second ball taken by Talia Davies has been overset, and a simple put down block there for Tamara Otini. Here we see it. Tamara does well just to wait on that one, time it really well, and be really strong on that block. Let's see what Danny can do here. Serving on Tyler Hearn. And great play by Marksy there. Just such a casual approach to her setting that those over on twos that don't look like they're particularly fast or hard to pick up are just so hard to predict. There's another nice tip there from the backcourt attack. So 14-4, Harbour looking well and truly in control of this match. A little bit of indecision there between the two defenders from Harbour, but they get the ball back over. A nice set this time. Oh, and we're going to put that down as a kill for Danny Quigley, I think, setting over. Tamara Otini goes up to swing on it. It even comes from out of frame, and Kayla's block just concentrating on the attacker of, which you have to do when it's Tamara Otini, concentrating on what she's going to do, and the ball just drift past them both. But Danny got a little bit too excited after that last point and served the ball into the net. So 15-5, they've got a commanding lead. Victoria Hooper back to serve for Waikato. And a really nice tip there by Katie Adamson. Here we see the replay. Look how much work Katie does there to get some kind of run up to attack that ball. And here we see Abby Greenwood back onto serve for the Harbour team. Rodemaker's given the ball back to Katie Adamson, and she gets dug, and Analise Fitzi gets up and reaches high and puts that ball down. So 16-6. Waikato are gaining a bit of their rhythm here, managing to side out, but they need to score points on serve in order to get back into this one. And there's a block. Unfortunately, a ball's come onto court, so Talia's nice block there is for nothing. And nice pass by Abby Greenwood. And the kill is successful, so 17-6. Rademaker's back to serve. And we've got a sub coming on over there. Hannah Stockley in for Kayla Polly. Well controlled there. Nice block by Tamara Otini. We see there Analise Fitzi running really fast, really wide slide play, but the block of Tamara Otini was up to the challenge and got out there and shut it down. And this time the service pressure from Rademakers is too much. 19-6 now. Harbour really running away with this match. And this time it's a great tip by Analise Fitzi. Going to that slide again. Tamara Otini committing to that block and really pressing hard, but Analise just finessing the ball over the top into empty space. That ball's gone long off the attack of Tamara Hemara. So Talia Davies will serve again. Looks like over on court 2 in the men's quarterfinal, Bay of Plenty have a 1-0 lead against Manukau Auckland. And there, Tamara Hemara tidies up that play and gets the kill down the line, so they hit 20 points here. And a commanding lead. Danny Quigley is in position there to get the block. And a nice play by Analise Fitzi this time, putting the ball down. Fitzi back to serve now, putting the ball on Abby Greenwood. And off the hands of Brianna Booth.
That wasn't put in earlier.
Well, Harbour did well to keep the ball alive there, but unable to get it back over. So let's watch this replay. Might just be out of shot. Nice swing by Shauna, but the ball I think kept alive off the foot of Tamara Otini. Let's see. Tamara Hemara coming in for a C set there and getting an open swing on it pretty much. So she'll go back to serve now. 23-10, closing in on the end of this match. So thanks again to Futurewood, who are providing this live streaming service for us, or sponsoring this live streaming service for us. And Gareth and Sports TV for the actual streaming. Doing a great job as always. And that spike there has been blocked by the Harbour team, and that will close out the match. 25-10, 3-0 to the Harbour senior women. So they will progress as the number 1 seeds from this pool, and they will take on Canterbury in the semi-finals. Waikato will take on Otago in the other semi-final after that pool. Otago finished top over there. So that's the end of the stream for tonight, and for the end of the feature match. And please do continue to watch on stream 2, 3, 4. Potentially we may have another game that may get moved to this court, so if you are looking for a match that doesn't seem to be on the court that it was meant to be on, it may get shifted onto this court because we have finished really early. But we'll say goodnight and catch you tomorrow. So tomorrow our feature matches will be the bronze medal match and the gold medal match from the senior women's, which will be at 12 o'clock and then 2 o'clock. So that'll be exciting stuff. All of the finals are going to be 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock, I believe. So make sure you tune in to see what match you want to watch the final of. Thanks and good night.